Welcome back. Time to have a look at the North Eastern Footy League on the Flow Friday Sports Show. And our league correspondent Andrew Mitchell joins me on the line following a big ANZAC Day clash to open the season yesterday. G'day Andrew, how are you going?
Yeah, going well. Beautiful day. So, yeah, if it's not going to rain, it might as well be weather like this.
Yes, hopefully it holds for all the action tomorrow. But before we get to tomorrow's action, let's rewind to the big ANZAC Day clash yesterday. And it was North Clare getting a good win over BBH, 15-11, 101 to 7-3, 45. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the game, what was the sort of ceremony pre-game like? And were the teams wearing special Guernseys? What made the day special?
Yeah, I wasn't able to get there myself. The family went along. I was busy with an air-seater, but no, I did see North Clare had an special ANZAC Day Guernsey, which looked amazing. I'm not sure about BBH. I didn't get to see anything pop on the socials whether they had one or not, so I can't help you out there. Obviously, most people would have gone to an ANZAC Day service yesterday morning at the crack of dawn, and makes for a long day when you start football at 12, but I reckon the little kids would have loved playing in the bright sunshine without any frost and dew, so that would have been perfect for them. And then they would have had a big ANZAC Day ceremony at the start of the game with the last post and the national anthem and all those things that we do at each time, which makes the day really special.
No doubt it would have been a long day for some people if they were there through the juniors and the seniors, but a long day at the footy probably beats a short day at work anyway, so probably no complaints from too many there. Let's get into the game. Like I said, it was North Clare 15-11, 101 over BBH, 7-3, 45. What do you make of this result? Is this about what you were sort of expecting?
Yeah, I guess so. I think, as I said last week, North Clare have been really burning up the track. Had a lot out there for some pre-season running. BBH have lost a few early, as in players, so they're probably just on a bit of a rebuild and trying to work each other out a bit, get a bit of team unity going. North Clare have been a team that have been playing together now for a few years and would be really expecting to push hard into that top four this year.
And Jaden O'Neill, 7 goals on the day for North Clare. No doubt he'll be happy with that return.
Yeah, definitely. No, he's a quality, small, mid-sized forward, very powerful, and hits the goals very easily and well. So, good return from him. And I see Charlie Helbig, best on ground and ANZAC Day medalist.
All right, kicking 7 and not getting the ANZAC Day medal might be a bit stiff, but no doubt Charlie Helbig had a very good game of his own, and it sure takes the pressure off your tall forwards when you've got a small mid-sized forward able to run around and kick 7. So an excellent win for North Clare to open the season, and great to do it on ANZAC Day. Love a bit of ANZAC Day footy, but let's get on to the action tomorrow. And we're at Snowtown for the Blythe Snowtown game against South Clare. How do you think this one is looking?
Yeah, this will be a tough one to pick. Both, obviously struggled last year, but be looking to open up the season this year with a win. So 7 versus 8 last year. Good young sides, both of them. As I said last week, South Clare under-17 premiers, so hopefully a lot of those young boys are going to be stepping up to play their first A-grade game tomorrow, or first A-grade season. Blythe Snowtown's got some good young kids coming through with Ryan Nelson at the helm, so a very tough one to pick, but I'm probably going to sneak Blythe Snowtown, I reckon.
All right, and into our next game, kicking off with a grand final rematch. BSR Tigers are taking on the Southern Saints. Tigers got them by 44 points in the grand final. No doubt there's been some player movement over the off-season, and the Southern Saints still seeking their first premiership in the league. They're going to have this win firmly in their sights, but it'll be tough playing at Red Hill.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, the brother-in-law said how he had a long journey to Red Hill, first game from Udunda, so that an hour and a half or an hour and a bit to take the sting out of him right from the start. But I think BSR are still going to be too strong. Southern Saints will be definitely a strong side during the year, but I reckon BSR will be too good in the opening game.
Tips in for the Tigers there. And in our final game of the opening round, the Minman Eagles hosting the RSMU Hawks.
Yeah, no, that should be a really good game at Mintero Oval. Two teams that have been combatants against each other for a long time, rivals. I don't know a lot about the RSMU team. Minman are fairly similar last year. I think Minman might just get it with a few new players that they've got. I haven't heard how many RSMU new players they've got, but I think Minman could just get over the line, but it'll be a very tough game all day.
All right, tip in for Minman there. And Andrew, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here with this one. 4 games to open the season this weekend, obviously starting with yesterday's game. And we've got 1v2, 3v4, 5v6 and 7v8 from last year's ladder. Do you reckon that's by design or just a happy coincidence?
No, it's definitely by design. With the programming, we played 2 full rounds and then they've designed it so that, 1v2 and as you went through, play each other in the first 2 rounds each to try and keep it as even as we could.
All right, well, a good way of doing things. You're pretty likely to start out with some close games. The last thing you want is to have a top versus bottom in the very first round and, sort of takes a bit of the air out of the season. So good to have. We've already had 1 cracking game and no doubt there'll be 3 more to come for the remainder of the weekend. So lots of good stuff going on in North Eastern Footy. Andrew, thank you very much. Enjoy all the action this weekend and we'll touch base next week to wrap up round 1.
No, that sounds good. Thank you.